And some of the stuff is just kind of trying to convince people of false cures. Some is really ridiculous. I mean, the most ridiculous example I think that I've seen is one saying that if you think you have coronavirus, you can drink bleach and that will cure you, which obviously it will not. And not only will it not, but that's obviously extremely dangerous and something that no one should be doing. So we want to make sure that we take that kind of misinformation down, anything that's going to put people in imminent risk of harm. And we work with the WHO. It's a trusted organization that basically can give us a list of these debunked claims so we can operationalize that and go out and find them and try to take that down.
You must have an unstoppable mindset in a new economy like this, and make no mistake about it, guys and gals. We are in a new economy. It's not just a virus that you have to worry about. It is the repercussions of the closures of business, the unemployment that's going to take place, the new way the business is going to get done. Like, look, if you're in the fitness industry like we are, we saw this coming the moment China had it, and we saw the closures happening, and I immediately went to, all right, man, you keep telling yourself you were born for winter, you are built for winter, you are made for winter. Well, what would you do if this virus came to the United States? And we went with the mindset of we're going to pivot and go into online coaching. And so we created a killer online coaching program, follow along workout videos for Fit Body Bootcamp owners worldwide, because we saw that there was a potential of closures happening. And so with that said, since we saw the closures and the potential of Fit Body Bootcamps and gyms in general happening, and for an extended period of time. By the way, if you think this is only going to be for 2 weeks and then you're back to normal, you have got another thing coming. This is not going to just be for 2 weeks. It may not be for 4 weeks. It may be longer. Right now, if I were you, I would adopt the mindset that this is the new economy until further notice. Like, adopt the mindset this is new economy until further notice, and things may not get to normal because this is the new normal. And if you think in that unstoppable way right now, you're not going to be surprised and be let down when whether it's Trump or your local governor or mayor says, hey, look, we still have to be on lockdown, and there's limits to what businesses will be open and what those businesses can do, etc.
There are things that are not foreseen yet. We couldn't really say everything that's going to happen. How far does this shake out? It could get a lot worse. It really could. Or it could actually not be quite as bad in terms of that. I think the reason that the WHO, the World Health Organization, declared it officially a pandemic is because they want people to take this seriously. They want people to understand that the stakes are really, really high. Because frankly, one thing that I think China has proven, assuming that what they're saying is true, is that their radical and, sometimes draconian measures they took, and necessary measures they took to stop the spread of this, worked. They would actually slow down the transmission. It was out of control in Wuhan, and they literally cordoned it off. They closed it down. They quarantined the whole geographic area. And now they're ahead of the virus. This does not mean that people will not still get it in China, but they're pulling ahead now versus underwater with, exponentially increasing number of new cases every single day. So I think that the WHO understands that it's so critical right now that we do take this seriously in terms of social distancing and slowing the transmission as much as possible so the healthcare systems can slowly or, as quickly as possible adapt to this new stress, get the resources in place as quickly as possible, including testing kits. My daughter is, my daughter's in New York. I'm worried about her. I'm worried about my kids here, okay? And, it's hard to get testing kits.
Am I worried about the corona? I mean, I'm concerned for sure. I know that I'm not going to be outside, So, yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm going to get it. But, but I think I could get it if I'm reckless. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to be reckless, The funny thing is, for me, anything that could happen will happen. So, becoming, making Rockefeller and being this successful is almost like lotto, right? It doesn't happen to so many people. But what comes with that means everything that happens or that doesn't usually happen to people will happen, the good and the bad. Like, I lost my girl in a plane crash. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no normal shit. So when I hear that something could happen, I'm not going to be like, oh, it won't happen to me. I'm going to be like, if I'm reckless, then it will happen to me because I deserve it. You know, the least I could do is be, you know, chill out. I'm having a good life. So what am I beefing about? I just sit in the house.
What's going to happen after a 2-month break? I think this goes for all industries that have a break here, guys. Here's the thing. We as Americans, we take our lifestyles for granted. It's just a fact. We have all these amazing restaurants and activities and entertainment and places to go and do and see. And, you know, we've gone more so to this, where we're always looking at our phones and we're always staring at the internet. And I think what we're going to see when this finally gets lifted is people really, really appreciating real life. And I think we're going to see tons of business in the fitness industry, meaning the gyms are going to be packed because people are going to feel thankful that they get to work out, not that they have to work out. I think we're going to have restaurants packed because people want to see their friends. If you're like me, I go to the same 3 or 4 places and I know those people there and I love seeing them. So I think what we're going to see, and I think what this is really, I'm trying to see the good here. I think the good that we're going to see is we're going to see people appreciate what America really is and the lifestyles that we get to lead that we have taken for granted for a long time. And a lot of people might disagree with that, but I'm speaking for myself. I've taken it for granted for a long time. So I'm excited for things to get back to normal, not just for business, but for life. And I think that's what we're going to see.
Yep, I agree. And from a business standpoint, bent up demand. There's going to be tons of demand for a lot of these businesses that have been shut down. And so you entrepreneurs, you need to be prepared for a surge if and when we get out of this thing short term in your companies. So that's why people need to be growing. They need to be ready because especially the fitness space, I think Andy's right. Gyms are going to be freaking packed when we get a chance to go back. Packed. And you need to be ready for it and competing for those customers.
Yeah, I would say the same. And also, you should, if that's you should be strategically thinking right now, how am I going to come out of this with momentum?
Yep.
You know, and start thinking. And that's where the reaching out to customers right now or your members who may belong to your gym or whatever it is that you have, reaching out to those people and saying, hey, are you okay? Can I do anything to help? What can we do as a company to help? All these things are investments in relationships that will produce a return later on. And let's be honest, it's great karma too. I'm a believer in karma. I believe that when you do the right thing, good things happen to you. I live by that as much as I possibly can. Do I make mistakes sometimes? Yeah, because I'm a human. But the truth is, I believe that by you just doing what you can do for the people that you have right now, they will take care of you when things clear up. I believe that in my heart as real advice. I don't think it's not like a hypothetical thing.
I think more important than anything, we need to come together and be supportive of each other. And even though we're in isolation, we have to share humanity more than ever. And you guys, as young people, have tools that I never had. And the generation before me never had. So I think you guys have an opportunity right now to show people what you guys are about. Because I see all the media talking about all these, the kids don't care and they're not taking it seriously. And I just don't believe that. I believe that when you guys are informed, you're one of the most intelligent generations ever seen. I worked with the kids in the Children's March and I was blown away. And I think you guys care about humanity. You've organized marches all around the world on behalf of climate change. And I think you guys, given the right information, can make a huge difference. And I think you care. So you have to just keep encouraging your friends to take this seriously and to care and to do the right thing and make sure that these other kids who don't have food, these food banks, they're getting served. You can give anything, give. Because right now people are really, really in need and it's only going to get worse. And we have to play our part. And I'm saying it, so I'm going to live it. I'm going to make sure I play my part. I'm going to make sure that we keep sending trucks into neighborhoods with food. We keep, servicing these food banks.
I had a little bit or a large bit of a freak out last night.
It was a little breakdown.
I had a little breakdown.
Tiny breakdown.
I decided that I should help. Well, first of all, I was like, you know what? I just need to chill out. I can't make one more decision today. I'm just gonna chill out. I just want to look at pretty pictures or like funny TikToks, okay? The problem with scrolling social media right now as a way to chill out from all that's happening is that for every funny cat video, there's a like the world's ending post.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer.
Yeah.
And that, in case anyone is wondering, is for sure not the answer. It's not.
Don't do that.
Okay, so then I was like, this was a terrible idea. You know that like Simpsons audio that's like, I'm in danger. That's how I felt last night. And so I decided, I was like, I need to go watch a movie. I need to go watch something joyful from my past. I need to not focus. I just right here in this room watching a movie. And so I chose, obviously, The Mask of Zorro. Starring Antonio Banderas.
What is Antonio Banderas doing on this Thursday?
I don't know.
Though.
I don't know, but Mask of Zorro is on Netflix, and if you need that in your life, you do.
You do.
Go ahead and hit that up.
If you want more advice, wisdom, guidance from other successful entrepreneurs on how you can navigate the coronavirus situation, check out the video right there next to me. I hope you find it valuable. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
Will somewhat depend on how well we all do.